Hi everyone, thank you for watching this video. This video is a part of the Emerging Writers Festival of 2020, which is now online because of COVID-19 restrictions. Before we go any further, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land in which I am currently on, which is the land of the Durag people. I have had the privilege of growing up on this land and continue to live, work, and study on it. I want to pay my respects to elders past, present, and future, as sovereignty was never ceded. So thank you for watching this video. I am Emily Greenwood. I am a writer and artist originally from Western Sydney. I'm currently still in Western Sydney because of COVID-19, but I actually live in Melbourne now. I am currently undertaking my bachelor's degree in fine art at RMIT University and focusing in printmaking. So I first got into writing through my zine, Girl Zine. I was inspired by the Riot Girl movement, obviously, and self-publishing and the whole DIY culture. But I also realized in my own punk and underground scenes in Sydney, Australia, that there was no representation or voices for people like myself. So I decided to make Girl Zine to speak on my own experiences as a poor, fat, pansexual, gender non-conforming, mixed race Tongan person of colour. My zine, Girl Zine, has honestly opened so many doors for me, and I am so privileged that I am able to speak my own political opinions without any politically directed consequences. Like we are so privileged in so-called Australia to do so. So I'm gonna read an excerpt from, not from Girl Zine, but my favorite zine that I've ever made, which is titled Howzo Sweet Howzo. I self-published this zine in June of 2018, and it obviously speaks on my experiences of growing up and living in public housing until the age of 23. The poem is titled A Door Without a Handle. It's cold at night, but only when we don't fight. I slam the door, I have many times before. Domesticated, it's complicated. No one I speak to knows how my bedroom door bangs when the wind blows. No lock, only a piece of paper between the world and my escape. The government refuses to fix my door. We pay them rent, do they need anything more? Our house is owned by the Australian government, but they have no concern. Half my door is broken, but I'm not allowed to be outspoken. I'm fucking pissed off that my door can't be closed off. I'm treated like a vandal because I have a bedroom door without a handle. So that's the zine, and that is actually a photograph of my bedroom in May of 2018. So that happened in like September of 2015. It is now June 2020 and it still hasn't been fixed. Alright, so let's get into it. Today we're going to make a zine to the A7 scale. And I'll show you how to make it to this template that my friend Kate Dunn works to, who is Moon Fur Hat on Instagram. So basically what you do is you fold it in half, the paper. Oh yeah, get it A4 papers, hey. Fold it in half, pull it out, then fold it in half again. Get those corners right. Ooh. And then pull it out and then fold it inwards. Come on. Fold this one inwards as well. So these little panels are going to be your pages. And then once it's like that, then get it like this, fold it in half again like a book. And then cut this line here. Ooh. Okay, so A7 is a really good scale to use if you make a little art zine. I usually, for girl zine, go with A5 because I generally have a lot to say. And also I usually make all my zines on InDesign and Photoshop because they're written. But this one today is going to be a little quick zine. Okay, let's get into it. So don't forget to number your pages. This scene is about the importance of the Black Lives Matter movement in Australia. The death of black man George Floyd at the hands of police on May 25th, 2020 in Minneapolis has sparked protests worldwide in the support of the Black Lives Matter movement in the past 2 weeks. In Australia, we need to acknowledge that our First Nations people face police brutality at an alarming rate. This is because Australia was built on the genocide of its Indigenous people. Since 1991, there have been over 430 reported black deaths in custody and not one conviction. Indigenous Australians are the most incarcerated people in the entire world. We need justice for Walker, justice for David Dungay, justice for Ms. Du, justice for Tanya Day, justice for TJ Hickey, and justice for the countless others murdered by this racist system. Aboriginal lives matter. Black lives matter. Here are some links to where you can donate.